business. Thank you very much for joining us. Welcome to the Rookies. This is a weekly actual game play stream of Jump Rangers, the tabletop role-playing game. So for anybody who's not familiar with Jump Rangers, which is going to be just about anybody watching this probably, this is a storytelling galaxy about kid space commandos trying to claim a place for the stars, place for humanity amongst the stars. So right when we were starting to figure out our relationship with this planet we live on in the year 2058, the skies darkened with the invasion of the Saurian Horde. Saurian Horde, for anybody who's not aware, again, telepathic Tyrannosaurus Rexes with an army of undersaurs just swept across our planet and pushed us off. There was nowhere for us to go because we didn't have interstellar travel, so the only way people could survive was by sneaking aboard these gigantic motherships and finding places to live within the walls, finding places to, in the dusty little corners to hide, and then colonizing the planets where they landed. So humanity spread out across the stars, and over the next 300 years, we sort of figured out that this alien dinosaur empire is not the only threat out there looming over us. There's also giant robots. There's giant space bugs. There's giant tentacled monsters. There's all kinds of problems. And we're sort of trying to scrape by in the middle of it. So while the grown-ups are living this sort of space borrowers, Rebel Alliance kind of existence, there's a very special group of kids that have banded together to sneak back aboard these alien motherships, help refugees get from planet to planet, help people find new planets to colonize, steal alien technology, spy on the aliens, find ways to sabotage alien extermination efforts, find ways to retake Earth. These heroes are called Jump Rangers. And that's who we're telling our story about. Buster the Destroyer is playing a Jump Ranger. You are a Fight Corps member. Is that right, Buster?
Fight is right.
Yep. Bam Bam is a Fight Ranger.
Yes.
You want to tell everybody a little bit about what's going on and who you are, Buster?
My name is Buster the Destroyer. You can find me here on Twitch at the URL right below me, twitch.tv/Buster the Destroyer. And you can find me on all the social media, blah blah blah. Anyway, been doing stuff today. I didn't get to stream today because it's been a Monday. You know how it goes. Just yelling at dogs and telling them they need to let me bathe them and stuff like that. But yeah, just hanging out and chilling. But I don't know. We'll see what I do this evening. But been playing Red Dead Redemption 2 lately. Arthur still looks amazing and fantastic. And yeah, that's really what's going on with me these days. I'm just working my weekend job and doing whatever, taking names, and then Bam Bam is ready to go. On to the next adventure. Now that we've solved all the computer problems.
Nicely done. Nicely done. Yep. We just wrapped a big adventure with giant robots. Big adventure about the delved into the very origins of the loom. Pretty exciting stuff. Ripper is a Ranger Classic. One of the Ranger Old Guard. Played by Liz Ransdell. Liz, do you want to tell everybody a little bit about who you are and what's going on?
I'm a regular. I am very young. I'm 7 years old. I have big dreams, but mostly I just follow Bam Bam around.
What's going on with Liz Ransdell?
Oh, with Liz? Oh,
yeah.
I'm stressed. I don't sleep, and I have a campaign on very adult, very non-Jump Ranger safe smut going on Indiegogo.
So Liz is a grown-up.
Yep.
Liz is
Ripper is not.
Liz is so very grown up that I, don't really know what to do sometimes. But just trying to work the dream, trying to get enough on that crowdfunding that we can print those books and ship them out to people so that they too can enjoy, something dark and scary and a little bit horny.
Excellent. I've started reading the book. It is all of those things. It is dark. It is scary. It's a little bit. There's a deep and rich, palpable kind of like, I would say, thick sense of despair, to the point where it lends itself to pulp instead of lending itself. Like, it's despair that you observe instead of despair that you get swallowed by.
Yes.
Which is interesting. And it it becomes very much a richly painted pastiche. I haven't
I,
finished the
I
book,
hope so.
well, that's what you're going for. I know it is, and it's clear that you you've you're creating it's world building is what you're doing. Like
Mhm.
world building with traumatic subject matter and with emotional paint essentially. And it's fascinating stuff and it's very artfully done. I haven't finished the book
Well,
so I
thank
don't
you.
have you're welcome. So I can't speak to the kind of like composition of it all just yet.
Mm,
But but uh but it is very intentional and it I mean yes it is 100% absolutely art, absolutely, like say
thank
what you
you.
will. Well, you're welcome. I mean that much I come on.
I've been lucky in this collaboration. I've got some good artists on my side, and it's nice to work with people um, who aren't put off by things that maybe are not so concerned with being nice as they are with being
Yes,
true. And we really do try to stick to honesty, even in the hard stuff
at the
with what
same
we do
time
together.
I think it's safe to say the artist did a good job of letting the writing take center stage, and it does own the center of that stage. You are the creator of this book. Like you have collaborators, but
I also have a lot of weird ideas, and they're always game. I am very, very lucky.
okay.
So,
Well, that's cool. I was musing on I do a 12 o'clock sort of let's get the week started stream every week. It's called the Rangers Roost, and as you know, that's because that's where Rangers go to talk and hang out with each other. So um, on the rooster this morning, I was kind of getting into how I have a lot of ideas that I build, and you and I have talked about this. I have very few ideas that just kind of landed on my brain, and Jump Rangers was one of those ideas where it did land on my brain, and even at the time I was like, hey, that's not how my brain works, and my brain was like, shh, don't second guess it, just deal with it, and that's kind of so there's almost a sense of stewardship with those ideas where if I come up with something, it's like, oh, I made this, I can do what I want with it. Whereas with something like Jump Rangers, I almost feel like I didn't make it, and as a result, I can't just do what I want with it. It's not mine. It belongs to wherever it came from, and I'm here to help manifest it to the best of my ability. And part of that is, like, for example, working with people like Federico, where I I have to make sure that I'm giving him the opportunity to express himself and to build the world that he's trying to build as effectively as possible. And I'm really more of a director in that process, even though I've written like 2,000 pages of Jump Rangers content at this point. Like, who knows how much? A lot. But yeah, I can see where I can see how that responsibility works. I get that,
yeah, but it's fun, you know.
and it's
Writing can be a very
beautiful
lonely
work.
job.
It's
So
beautiful
working
work.
with artists is enjoyable. I always said I did better in choirs than in solos, you know. And I feel like
uh,
that can be true of anything, you
hmm.
know.
Okay.
So, but it's neat to have something that nobody else has. I haven't been able to find one, an illustrated book of stories and poetry that are very NSFW, very aimed at adults, across
Yes,
the board. Uh, it's
but you know the teens are going to get a hold of it.
oh yeah.
Like, I
I mean,
all my friends would have when I was a kid. Like,
yeah, well, and I'm sure there will be survivors among them who will go, "Oh,"
yeah,
as well, because it is very much it is very explicit and there is violence, and yet it does not glorify sexual violence. It simply
accepts that it
dissects
exists.
it and interrogates it and allows people to sit with their feelings about these things. So,
Yes,
you know, and that's a hard thing to do too. So we're
yes.
trying to remind ourselves at this point that it's a very different kind of project, and we don't actually know how to sell it because we don't know how to write that ad copy. We don't know how to find that market of people who are um, interested in something that is beautiful, but also hard sometimes. It's a little hard.
I would
And
say candid transparency would be the only way. Like, you need to let those people know, right? Like, this is what this
yep,
is. It's here to help.
yeah.
If you don't want that help, it's not for you.
Yep,
Like,
it's there's a reason that so many of my stories come with forwards when I post them
I did
on my
notice that.
newsletter or whatever. I very often say, "Hey, this is where I was," So- because I even included some of them in the book afterwards. Although I was trying to not do that every time because of page
You did. I
numbers.
noticed that after the first story, you had this little like, so this is what's going on, and
Yeah,
I thought that was interesting. I'd never seen
yeah.
that.
And for those who may come and visit from Blue Sky, we actually not only feature an artist from the UK, in Annie Jin, who is a Blue Sky peep, but also a friend of ours, Iris, who is Freckles and Frames on Blue Sky, agreed to let us use their image. So they are the Queen of Hearts in Long Live the Queen.
Wow, very cool.
So, and it's a hopeful story. That was my queerest. I mean, they're all queer, but that was my straight up most sapphic story. And Iris was really cool to let us use them. They're gorgeous.
Yes.
So what can you do?
Congratulations.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Anyway, enough about me.
Yeah, of course. Well, I mean, look, it's not enough about you, but we are going to play the game anyway.
I'm good with that.
So
Yeehaw.
our Rangers had just concluded their adventure, the search for
They
Spark.
just finished doing some ranging.
Yep. This new adventure is entitled The Grim Ranger. And because that is also the name of the mothership that you have stowed aboard. You didn't necessarily know where you were headed. There was a mothership you hadn't previously identified in the spaceport. We talked about this during the last session, but sneaking aboard the spaceship was a pretty straightforward matter of finding the giant air tunnels underground that suck in atmosphere and process it to clean out kind of the stank, the mothership stank, as it happens. You snuck in through a fan system that's always pretty well guarded, but never well guarded enough. Ran through about 2 miles of underground tunnels, climbed up through the air purification system into the mothership itself, and found yourself a sweet little hiding spot over by the trash airlocks. Because, as everyone knows, if you keep the trash airlocks working, no one's going to come and check on them. It's a pretty great place to hide as long as it doesn't break and as long as you know how to fix it when it does. And for that reason, there's been human colonies on certain motherships built into those systems. This is not one of those cases. Although, do me a favor and both of you roll mind just as you search the area. And I want you both, so you're going to grab your mind dice. You're both going to give me what you would bring to kind of a general situational awareness on board a Saurian Mothership kind of role. What have you got for that, Buster? Buster, you're muted. There we go.
I thought I'd hit the button that time. Sorry.
That's okay.
I just was going da 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 da.
Okay.
-5. That's all I
-5.
said.
What do you have? What do you have in virtues and training?
Okay, so virtues: assertive, focused,
I'm going to give you focused.
cool,
No.
relentless,
No.
inspiring,
No.
righteous.
No.
And I think I was working on trustworthy, and I had like one successful roll.
We'll
in
carry that over.
trustworthy
We
so
didn't do
far.
a lot of rolls during the last session.
Yeah,
so
yeah, exactly. I figure that's how we'll always do it, especially when we have the session where it's like light,
Yeah, yeah.
Skills, basic.
That's 2.
Strategy,
No.
combat,
No.
piloting,
No.
loom technology.
No.
That's it. That's all I got.
All right, you have a target of 2. You have 5 dice. Liz, what do
All
you
right.
have? What do you have for this? You were better equipped for this roll. How many mind dice do you have?
5.
5. Okay.
Go, Liz.
Basic.
I will also let you roll spirit instead on this roll if you want to.
Do have 6 spirit.
Okay.
How's your spirit? All right. Basic, smart.
Yep.
Considering what we're doing, traversal, stealth.
Yes and yes.
Curious.
Yes.
Clever.
No.
Survival.
Yes.
I was ready to fight for that one. I don't know about mindful.
Yes. 7, and
Yep.
then psychic and far-seeing.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a
Yep.
target of 7, and you have 2 automatic victories on this roll.
All right.
Okay. Did you roll, Buster?
Yeah.
How'd you did?
3, 4, 4, 4, 5.
So nothing going, but no botches.
Yeah.
So
Like
far,
nothing amazing.
nobody in this game has buried themselves in 8s yet. That's a small miracle in and of itself.
A couple times.
Buried themselves in what? Eggs?
In 8s.
Eight?
Nobody's had no victories.
Oh.
Nobody's had
I don't
negative
know.
victories yet.
I felt like I came close in those last 2 sets, like the session before last. Like there was some bad rolls.
You've underperformed on certain rolls, but you've never had negative victories before.
Oh, really? That's good.
That's true. That's true.
We haven't had to deal with catastrophic failure yet.
Now that that can be a potential thing, it's going to start happening. Thank you for reminding me.
Oh yeah, manifest that for me, Liz. How'd you did, Liz?
3, 3, 2, 4, 7, 7.
Okay, so that's 8 victories. You get into this space, and immediately
Hi, Bobo.
something bothers you. You don't know exactly what it is, because there's no physical signs here that this place has been tampered with. But it's nagging at you, and you realize, yes, there's no signs that the space here has been tampered with, but you know you're being watched. And what's more, and this is what's bugging you, not only because no undersword would watch this place, and you kind of take that feeling of being watched and you trace it back, the feeling, back to where you're being watched from. You're being watched by a grown-up. There is a human being, a grown-up, a man, on this mothership, watching you right now.
Totally, we can take him. I might need to.
Is it like a camera source?
Well, do you tell Bam Bam what you're thinking?
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, who has the more mind dice here? You do, Buster, right? You have 5.
We're equal on mine, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're equal.
But Buster's older.
So we're just going to take those 2 rolls and combine them, Buster.
Okay.
You have target of 7 plus 4 automatic victories to search this place to see how you're being watched.
Okay.
Just don't load up on 8s here, and you've got it.
Stop! Stop telling me to load up on
Just don't get 5 8s on this roll, and everything's gonna be fine.
You got me 2 8s. I got a 5 8 8 7 7. Like, stop.
This is not how we exercise manifesting.
Yeah, not how we manifest,
Mr. Storyteller.
Yeah, guy.
It's okay. That's a survivable.
Evil titty. All right, that's fine. Yeah, it's fine. I'm not
So
worried about it.
you just start picking. Wait a second, right? Because at this point you know that Ripper's impulses are not to be discarded. You've learned
Right,
this.
yeah.
So at
And I'm
first,
just like,
yep. And at first you don't see anything, and it's bugging you. And then you calm yourself down and you look a little bit more closely, and sure enough, there's a camera and a motion sensor tucked behind, like basically a sewage pipe stuck behind here, like, and you find it and you pull it out, or you don't pull it out.
I don't even pull out. I point at it and I say, "You better be nice."
Okay.
Because I got it. I got stuff
Okay.
for people that aren't nice.
And it
You're
is.
human. You should be human. You'd be fine.
I mean, it's still a pretty decent roll. So the both of you take a look at this little gadget, and it's more jury rigged together than anything you've seen in a while. It did not come from a human tech shop. It was pieced together from things that did come from a human tech shop.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So it was
like
built.
It's salvaged components.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
this is salvage
Ripper
technology.
totally used the one rude gesture she knows.
This person's probably like had to
What
really
can that grown-up
scavenge
do?
and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, but what if he eats kids?
And the other thing is, it was very well hidden. If Ripper hadn't been here, you never would have known.
No, yeah. Okay.
GB meters on a 10.
So
Yeah.
okay, so the two of you are just gonna maintain alert status,
Yeah.
so to speak. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Continue moving through or whatever we're doing. You know,
Well,
I figure
you're
we're just kind of.
Yeah, this is a place where you. Oh, here we go. We have a visitor. Dark Knight 3737 has been watching the stream every so often to help learn English. DK is
that's
in
nice.
Brazil.
Oh, how fun!
Yep. So we're going to be watching some. So what we're doing right now is we're playing a tabletop role-playing game, DK. And these two fine people are playing Kid Space Commandos who have snuck aboard an alien spaceship and are exploring. And the gist of it is that, you know, this place right behind the trash airlocks is typically where people go to hide out and wait for the trip to end. So you found a quiet place to ride out the journey uneventfully, except it's already eventful because it turns out that somebody's spying on you.
Mhm.
And so are you gonna hole up here? Is that your plan, or are you gonna?
I don't want to pull up next to a camera or dudes watching us.
Okay. You gonna go somewhere else? You're gonna just turn off the camera. What's your plan?
Liz, did you say something? I saw you. Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
Just my little one giggling at.
Oh, so yeah, I mean, we try to probably find something a bit more like, also like, I don't know what the layout of the area was, but I wouldn't want it to be like an open area. I want it to be like a nice little tucked away spot. So
Well, the both of you are inside the walls. So here's how these ships are built: is that Rexor spaces, Rexor quarters, are big and round because they like to run. They're Tyrannosaurus Rexes. They like to build up a lot of speed. So they like bank turns. They like skate parks, right? So the whole thing is built like one giant tube, and the workspaces
so
are
smooth
nice and open.
round.
Yep, with made of grate, so they can grab onto it with their talons like that, and build up speed, and run around. Now, hi DK, and that's not an efficient way to use space. So you've got all these round corners on the other side of that wall. They pack life support, whatever they need to put, on the outsides of those spaces, and then undersoars get to build their homes out of what's left of the inside of the ship. So undersoar quarters tend to be like odd angles a lot of the time.
Okay, they're like, a little more janky. Okay, I got you.
You are in between those spaces, hiding as best you can. So this is all undersoar territory to begin with because it's all waste management and trash and stuff. So nobody wants to come down here in the first place. Typically humans stay away as much as possible from Rexors. The other thing is, have a good day at school, DK. Good luck.
Yes, yeah, DK.
The other thing is that Saurians in general have a very good sense of smell.
Mm-hmm.
So living near the trash is beneficial because no one's going to
Okay.
second guess like anything they might get a whiff of. It's not going to be
Right.
as weird around here. So you can climb in and around the subsystems of the ship in this area. It's going to get too cramped if you try to leave.
Oh.
And you don't imagine that this thing has this little transmitter. It probably doesn't have a whole lot of range because whoever is using it wouldn't want to get picked up anywhere in the ship.
Right. So the fact that
So-
we picked him up probably made him go.
Yep, almost certainly. So whoever this is probably isn't too far away from you right now, if they're still here. Well, you know you're being watched. You know you're being watched. So yes, you can feel the intention behind
Well,
that.
fine. You know what?
Tell me.
Whatever. Let's bunk down. I don't care if he watches. You know what? Because you'll see that we are, we're like Wu-Tang. And if you know what that means, you know what it is.
So the two of you
Good show.
hunker down. Just a few minutes later, you start to hear giant snaps and hisses as the massive air cables and fuel cables plugged into the outside of the mothership at the spaceport of Blister City break away and drop down to the hangar bay below. There's huge clanks, and it's done very, very casually, just dropping things.
Mhm.
And the mothership is hovering like a few thousand yards above the cargo deck below. So, I mean, you can only imagine like how dangerous it is down there. But they're just popping seals right and left, dropping all these big hoses. You can feel rumbling as the cargo bays along the bottom of the bell of this giant kind of jellyfish-like spaceship. It's all very I don't know if we've ever talked about this. Saurian architecture we did talk about is kind of like a tar pit bubbling up, right? And then you stick a bunch of antennas and claws out of it, things like that. Well, the mothership is a big jellyfish dome. It's got these globules along the sides of it. Sometimes they have like big glowing red eyes, like almost the eye of Jupiter, kind of. Other times they're just kind of anonymous looking, almost like um, a cross between a Mondoshiwan ship from the Fifth Element and something from Krull. Right? And then you've got weaponry and antennas all around the perimeter of the dome of this jellyfish, and then stuff dropping down. Antennas, weaponry, things of that nature. So, and there's hangar bays for Dragon space fighters and all this other stuff along the perimeter of it. It's a city. And you can feel the whole structure of this mothership start to rumble and thunder around you as massive, hot pillars of plasma thrust start pushing this gigantic, threatening, cancerous thing into the sky. It's kind of an imposing feeling. And you know from experience this is going to go on for a couple of minutes before the ship manages to break orbit and you start firing up the jump drive. So there's a brief rumble. And then, as you're maybe 2-3 minutes up into the air, far less time than it should take to break orbit, you hear this massive, searing scream, almost like the sound of metal tearing, if you can imagine that. Just the sound of like a robot tearing a sheet of steel that's 3 inches thick in half, if you can imagine that. Just like, and you feel the vibrations of that sound all throughout the ship. What just happened is 100% not normal.
Okay, so clearly something bad's happening. You know, maybe I was just gonna look at Ripper and go, I think they broke it. Freaking dinosaurs. They're the stupid arms.
Okay. At that point, you hear a massive explosion tear its way through the ship somewhere like half a mile away from where you are right now. So it's a distant but loud, definitive
rumble. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And you know this sound. Something just blew up on the mothership.
Oh, really? I'm aware that that's the sound.
So, well, you've been in this place before. The most obvious thing that you would be thinking right now is that this is still a war zone between the Loom and the Saurians.
Right, an attack happened. Yeah.
So you have a couple of options here, but you're almost positive that there's probably a Loom mothership or multiple Loom motherships attacking the Saurian horde right now. Attacking the specific mothership. So I'm giving you this information. You can do what you want with it.
Is there a way to with Loom technology maybe jam with the Loom stuff to maybe, I don't know, give the Saurian chance, this Saurian ship a better chance at getting out of here without any more or too much more damage? Is there something I can do to apply what knowledge I have of Loom technology?
That's a really good question. You have a couple of options here. Is there something specific you'd like to do?
Yeah, almost like a, you know how when you need a dog to, you have those whistles that that'll make dogs either come to you or they'll stop barking because it's at a frequency that kind of
I see.
messes with them a little bit.
I
kind of want to do not necessarily that exact thing, but that kind of thing to make the Loom ships go, no, okay, fine, leave it alone. We'll go after these other guys. Yes. Bleh. Bleh. I just want them to go. Bleh.
So let's roll a mind roll to see what the answer to that question is.
Okay.
Okay.
That sounds good. I got them ready.
You have 5 dice in mind. What do you have to throw at this?
Okay. Of course, Loom technology.
Okay. Yep.
Under my skills, piloting, maybe
2. Let's not forget that Gel is with you too. Gel is holed up in this ship.
That's true.
Yep.
Yeah, because I was thinking maybe the two of them could help me with this, somehow.
Okay.
That was kind of my first instinct, but I didn't know if there's something I could just plug into nearby and.
So
we will.
Loom technology, piloting, basic training. That's 3.
Yeah. Strategy.
Okay. Yep. 4.
Assertive. Focused.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not...
yeah, I get it. Keeping cool in a situation that's actually going bad, but that's the only other argument I could make there. Relentless, inspiring,
no.
Righteous.
Nope.
Yeah. Okay.
You targeted 7.
So
targeted 7, 5 dice.
Okay. Okay, here we go. 6, 3, 6, 4, 3.
6, 3, 6, 4, 3. Okay. You can't think of how to disrupt a Loom mothership with the tools that you have on your person right here and right now. You don't get to roll for a plan for that right now. It's not enough, right?
Yeah.
But Gel turns to you, Ripper, and says, "What's happening?"
That's a good question.
And I'm telling you all along the way. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sitting here we need to find a way to get these Loom away because I think there's a Loom attacking the ship.
Do you think the ship is attacking the Loom back?
I don't know if I'm feeling it though.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like there's disruptor cannons going off.
Okay, so there is. Okay, yeah. So yes, to answer
we
Jill's,
ended up picking the one ship that immediately got in a battle.
Yeah.
Well, then
And it's probably defending itself against one or more.
we should tell Lux so he can steal that ship too.
I don't know if Lux can steal that ship. Lux left.
No, Lux is still building the colony.
Oh yeah, okay. Let's tell Lux. Good job. I would have suggested that if I knew that they were still down. I guess I assumed everybody was leaving. Like it had
No,
been long
you were
enough.
the ones.
Yeah.
You were the ones who are leaving. You're the ones who are leaving. And
Right. I got it mixed up.
And
yeah.
if this
How do we get a hold of Lux? Like right now.
That is something you will need to hack the mothership for and send a transmission. But you do have your data deck that you built.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, so you've got that.
It's in the bat,
Bam
right?
Bam's got a new badass data deck.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, you've got your new data deck that's all done up to interface with technology. Yeah. So if you can hack the Saurian systems to,
which I have no familiarity with, probably maybe like basic, but
yeah.
So that'll be a challenge. Yeah.
All right.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. This is a mind check.
Okay.
And it's the same. It's the same roll. You have 7. Target of 7. It's the same exact thing. But you have more information. You have a more specific goal here. It's going to be a lot easier to do this than it was going to be to.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay.
1, 3, 4, 8, 5. So I need to re-roll a 1. Re-rolled the 1 for a 2.
Welcome back, DK. Dark Knight. So that's 6 victories?
Yeah, I think so.
You think you've gotten a signal out. You think you've gotten a signal out to Lux.
Can't know for sure, right?
You don't know for sure.
Right.
You're not going to get a transmission back for sure with what you've got right now. You haven't like taken over the comm system. You've just basically sent an SOS.
You'll know when something super irritating happens. That Lux arrives.
Yeah.
Yes, Dark Knight, these people are my friends, and we're playing a tabletop role-playing game. We're playing Jump Rangers.
I'm just saying.
Yep.
We'll know.
Yes, that's absolutely true.
What about this other person, though? Maybe if they've been here a while, maybe they have somewhere safe to like hang. Or even better, maybe they have somewhere safe to hack from.
Yeah, person in the camera.
I mean,
shit's going.
Weirdo was spying on us.
Bad.
I think he owes us at this point. And there's 3 of us and 1 of him.
Yeah, guy.
Rangers.
And we're trying to do stuff. Trying to not die.
Weird Grizzly Adams space dude.
Yeah, I bet you have a beard.
So
I only felt 1, so I think we've got it. I think we've got the numbers here.
But I 15 years of beard.
All right. You hear from down below in the ship.
We're annoying.
How old are you?
15 million years old. I just take very good care of my skin.
She's 12 and I'm 7. And Gel is 7 also.
Yes. No, Gel's 6, right?
She's 700.
I've got it right here. Gel's 6.
Okay, I thought she was 7 like me. Okay. And Gel is even younger. She's 6.
Okay.
And even we know not to put cameras where people are sleeping.
He doesn't look thrilled to see you, which is, to be honest, a little bit weird.
That's fine.
All right, kids, come with me.
All right, you weirdo.
And he leads you down beneath the trash centers to what you soon find to be kind of an out of the way, small little bunk room that he's built. It's got 1 bed. There's 3 of you. It's got a little control center where he's got cameras set up around the ship and he's kind of spying on things. And
Is
there's
this a listening post?
what's that?
Is this a listening post?
It
Or are
is
you just a
partially
hermit?
it is partially a listening post. Are you asking? Let me finish describing it, and then I'll take questions. So he's also got basically a small cargo area with a number of pretty decent sized trunks
Okay.
that look pretty
What-
heavy, all stacked.
What color are they?
They're mostly so dirty that you can't tell. DK says
Ew.
these people are amazing, is what DK says.
Aww,
You've already been alien to
DK's
a tourist
sweet.
spot called the supermarket. Yes, everyone here has been to supermarkets. They apparently do not
Yeah.
have supermarkets in Brazil, is what I've discovered.
Huh.
So yes,
Oh.
correct.
Yeah.
So all of
Okay.
these kind of nasty soot-covered chests are lashed down with netting.
Okay. Yeah.
They're very
Makes sense.
yes. Yep. So that's what's going on there. Take a seat.
Yeah.
And you had asked him.
Is this a listening post? Are you a spy for the government?
Just to give you
Which
a heads
one?
up, Buster. Yeah, every colony has its own government.
Okay.
Most colonies are run by a governor, and the governor is kind of
Right.
So he kind of looks at you. Who do you work for?
The CIA. Of space. I work for. I mean, can you tell we're Jump Rangers?
I know you're Jump Rangers.
See? Then why did you ask?
I work for
the government.
A grown-up order of
Weirdos who sit in
relief workers
caves
like
all by
yourself.
themselves.
I provide emergency supplies to colonies in need.
Oh, that's nice. Sorry, I keep making fun of you.
Not.
My name's. He looks at you. He's checking to see if you buy it.
I don't.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm not
I
going to tell him
don't
I
buy
don't.
Do you want him to
Gonna
know
annoy
that?
him until he. I was gonna
I
annoy
am
him until he
happy
tells
for
us
him
the
to know
truth.
that.
Yeah. I'm just the one annoying him and not like I don't care what he says. I'm just gonna get him to say stuff. I'll let Ripper pay attention. I'll just
The
be like,
whole ship buckles. The whole ship buckles.
the ship's breaking, guy.
The ship's
from
breaking
the government.
down. Like huge blasts are cutting into the ship, and then all of a sudden, it stops. And
good.
the old man takes a look at his monitors and is surprised to see the troll ship literally in robot form, just grappling with the mothership and jamming a connection basically into the loom battery. You see the mothership start to get kind of wrestled to the ground by the troll ship. The troll ship, for the sake of Dark Knight, is a transforming robot mothership. Just a huge, massive robot. And as the
That's
troll
so
ship,
cool.
as the troll ship engages the
Works
mothership,
for us.
starts to take it over. It works for you. You can see the mothership that you're on smoking. You can see a trail of smoke kind of getting left behind here, as it starts to leave Planet Link in the distance. Oh, have a great walk, Dark Knight. Thank you for joining us again. Start to leave Planet Link in the distance and the battle below, until eventually, and this man is silenced by what he's just seen.
Da-da-da, da-da-da. Good job, Lux. Good job, Lux. Yeah. Robot friends.
And then there's a long series of creaks and pops as the damaged ship's jump drive engages. And with a long, steady creak, the jump drive pushes the Saurian mothership into jump space.
So she's gonna look at the beard guy and be like, "So are you gonna start telling us who you really are, or you just because we got more robot friends?"
He raises an eyebrow at you.
I just bat my eyelashes.
You go ahead. This is going to be a contested heart roll.
Ha
1, 2, 3, 4,
I have the
5.
greatest of all hearts.
Hmm.
I think this could apply toward my trustworthy because this actually seems like a moment where I am like, we are collectively gaining trust here.
That's absolutely true. 2, 3. Okay. All right. Okay. So, Buster, go ahead and roll your heart and tell me what you're bringing to this roll.
Okay. I rolled a 7-1-1-5-4, so I got 2 ones to reroll.
Okay.
But before I do that,
let's figure out what your target number is.
Yeah. So virtues: assertive, focused, cool.
I'm going to give you assertive and cool, not focused.
Relentless.
Not yet.
I have been annoying him. Inspiring. Righteous.
No.
Of course, trying to get toward trustworthy here, so applying that. Skills, training.
Yeah.
Strategy, combat, piloting, loom tech.
I feel like you can use the loom tech.
You have a target of 3. You have a target of 3 on this roll. Now, you got 2 ones.
Yeah.
What else did you get?
Well, it was a 7-1-1-5-4, and I just re-rolled the ones for an 8 and a 4.
At least the 8 got canceled out. That's
Yeah.
something.
So I'm gonna get an 8.
He looks at you and he says, "You don't believe grown-ups can do good things for people?" And
sure they can.
And something about the way that he says that, Buster.
Yeah, that just sets off.
Makes you feel bad for doubting him.
Look, it was not about you being a grown-up.
He smiles.
Look, sometimes you just gotta beat somebody up until they get their arm twisted and tell you what you want to hear. Or what you should know. What, what's just saying. Grown-ups are fine. One of our friends just turned into one. Maybe I'm a little raw about it right now.
We know he's not an assassin.
Oh,
just saying.
Oh, are you?
I am too young to die.
Are you a secret dinosaur guy?
I'm just here to help people as best I can.
But what do you really do?
Oh, you're pretty old.
I think, Buster, at this point, based on the rolls that we just made, you find his story credible.
Enough. Credible enough.
Credible enough. There you go. Okay. If somebody else wants to try and find some other way of discerning the truth, you're welcome to. But as best you can tell,
yeah, it's fine.
This man is
telling. He seems okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So, where are you headed? Where's this thing going? What's the deal? What you know?
Well, what do you say?
I mean, now that we're damaged, that might be different, right? Because do you think they'll go repair?
Have you ever been to Planet Inferno before?
Have I? No.
No.
Probably not.
Nope.
I have.
You've never heard of Planet. You've never heard of Planet Inferno.
I have been to events that my dad calls Disco Infernos, but not Planet Inferno.
It's not a safe place. I'm not
exactly. Well, is anywhere safe?
The Saurians go there to stock up on dangerous chemicals.
Oh.
This is where they mine them. And
that sucks.
From there, this mothership is probably going to be heading to Soros. Once it gets there, I'm going to check in with Deep Down Base and see if people need emergency supplies, if there's anything I can do to help. And if there's not, I'll just keep on moving. That's my plan.
Well, we'll ride around until we get somewhere that seems like a good place for us to go. guy.
Okay. Well, that's fair. I can tell you right now, there's nothing to see on Planet Inferno. Nothing that would
Oh, there
concern
isn't?
you. It's
Really?
it's
Hmm.
it's just a toxic
What a
waste.
convenient thing to say.
Very dangerous.
I
Mm.
laugh at danger.
What's that?
No, really. You should have seen us in the back of that bug.
Yep.
Yeah. We
So
beat up those bugs. Okay. I just had my robot friend beat up other robot people.
is that something you
So
kids do pretty regularly? Just command loom technology? Is that a regular thing for you? Is that something you're
no,
How did you do that?
I don't know. We just set trends. We're just good at stuff.
We are pretty cool.
We're pretty
You know,
cool.
I'm thinking if that's something you can do, there's probably a lot of colonies out there who could use that kind of help.
Yeah, we got like a new loom colony started, so I think they'll probably do most of that. But we'll do what we can.
You
That big
started
strip
a
was
loom
totally
colony?
us. Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Why?
That was us. Because we could.
Yeah.
Was that?
There's now a colony on that troller.
Okay.
And some other stuff that we can't talk about.
We made a friend. We made some more friends. We saved some people. I talked to a bug queen. That was messed up.
She was so rude.
Oh, she scared.
Or was she? I don't remember.
Pretty sure I peed
Oh
myself
no,
a
she
little
just
bit.
she just didn't want us to be there.
Yep.
No, not at all. And
She
you know
was
what? I
actually
didn't want us
okay.
there either.
She
But she
wasn't
let
too
us
bad.
go. So
Yeah, she was
maybe
nice.
she's our friend too. Is she a friend too now? Can we say that? Can we say we made friends with the bug queen? Because I
Yeah.
don't think anybody else has done that.
I think the bug queen,
she likes me.
she'd make us a sandwich.
I'm a cutie patootie. What can I say? Oh, Jill. Jill's a cutie patootie too. Just to be clear.
What's your name, Gwa?
Could have been friends.
My friends call me Griff.
Griff.
Griff. Sounds
Griff.
like
Sounds like a
Gruff. Is
fake
that why you're
name.
so short-tempered with us?
Griff
Is that why you didn't want to come out?
Griff the Helper. That's what they call me. Griff the Helper. What?
What kind of dumb name is that? Why would you have the helper? You sound like people walk all over you, Griff.
So you really help people? That's all you do?
In this galaxy, in this tough galaxy, what else are you gonna do? Are you
Did you just call it a tough galaxy? Do you really need to tell everybody it's a tough galaxy? We're aware. We're so rude to this guy.
I don't know. I already had my fill of grown-ups, and everybody was looking at me funny. And I can't
when
help
he's just
it.
by himself like this, it's what's really setting her off, like instinctually.
Weird.
Like a human by themselves.
Yep.
Do you
is like
you have friends?
Yeah, like everybody, because we're in like a society, like out of character here. Like we live in a society that has to stick together to survive, and somebody like holed up by themselves in a ship that is, and their little spot is super dirty. Like it's probably like this guy hasn't seen the light of day in a while.
No, he hasn't. He hasn't.
But if it's too tidy, then we know he's sus.
I'm gonna say this. Jell at this point walks up to Griff and says, "Mr. Griff?" He says, "Yeah." She says, "Can I read your mind?" And he goes,
I look at her like, that's kind of rude.
Yeah,
I don't say it, but I'm like, okay, I'm gonna see where this goes.
Griff looks at her and goes, "Is that something you kids do? You read people's minds?"
Don't tell him anything. I don't think he's a human.
I don't think he's
a human. He doesn't know how things work. How long have you been on this ship, guy? Have you talked to a human in like 20 years?
Can you read the minds of the Saurian crew here?
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
But they can read minds too, so you have to be careful.
We're careful. I'm always careful. What you talking
Well, I'm
about?
talking about us. Like, I'm explaining it to him because he seems to not be aware.
Yeah, that's true.
Why?
Well,
Do you
I'm
like
thinking
watching
there's probably a
dinosaurs?
lot of supplies and tech on this ship, and I'm guessing
We
the wreck.
steal it.
I'm just gonna say that
Madame.
Griff smiles at you, and that smile, that sneer, is probably exactly the right place to end the episode. Like,
I don't like this guy.
like-
You were trying to like tell me he was like all offended earlier, and I felt kind of bad for a second. But now I'm like, I
I
don't feel
did
bad.
not.
I don't feel bad.
You are the ones who asked if you wanted to do a heist. You are the ones who asked if you wanted to do a heist. He's just going along with your plan, Jump Rangers.
I have a feeling he's like a pirate that's actually wanting to steal stuff for like other people and not to actually benefit anybody but like him, like in a. I think it's but the thing is like he's in this thing and he's showing clear signs of somebody who has not what's his game, because he's just sitting in a ship like by himself, like unless he's being paid like tons of money and like land full of like paradise.
Maybe he just doesn't like people, so he stays away from them.
He's being a little too nice to us to hate people.
He also was
We're armed.
spying on the most obvious place for people to hide. If he's
That was kind of my thing too.
if he's just staying away from
He's
people,
a serial killer. He's gonna
he's
kill
a
us.
serial killer.
Just keep your packs near you. Like, you're not touching my hoverboard. That sucker's on my back on purpose.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
will sleep with it.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
I was telling him a little too much because I want him to be scared of us.
It's
But I'm
okay. I'm just
realizing
watching.
like he's about to probably capture us and make us work for him, and I don't like that.
Joe makes it really hard to be sneaky. We gotta talk to Joe. Sometimes I like being sneaky.
And
Yeah,
like,
Jill
It
doesn't-
works for me.
we have a talk
Well-
with Joe, like where, hey, there are some people you don't ask.
Yeah,
You just
sometimes
do.
There's some things you definitely need to teach Jill during the next session. So Buster, you did not get trustworthy. You did not get trustworthy, by the way. That's off the table.
I totally played against it in every way.
Yeah, you did, but you did really
I accept
well.
it. I did okay on the rolls, but I totally accept that I just pushed my way out of trustworthiness.
you've been hanging
Well,
around.
I
for
accept
a while.
it.
You were in a
I
contested
totally
role.
accept
You were
it.
in a contested role, and he did
Oh,
not.
and I failed.
Yeah, you failed. He didn't do amazing.
Okay, that's fair. But even then, if you had told me, "Oh, I'm taking it away because you clearly were not trying to trust that guy at all," I'd be like, "That's fine." I really wasn't. I would have accepted that.
So
I still have mine. I still have mine in the chamber, ready to go for authority.
So the idea here is going to be to find out what the most interesting and valuable items are on this ship and take them.
Oh yeah, always.
That's
stuff is fun.
Yep.
I mean, I don't care what kind of person he is. I'll steal stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'm sorry.
That conversation will need to happen in the next session because that was the beginning of a whole.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like, but that's beautiful. Like, you want to steal it? He's just like, I didn't know it was going to be this easy. Like,
yeah. Oh no. It'll be easy, but he better not try to take shit that I want. There's my swear. Sorry. I'm watching him.
Yep.
He's gonna take the good stuff. You just know it. And he might try to take some of our stuff too.
Okay. All right. Thus begins the Grim Ranger.
Yay.
Thus begins the Grim Ranger.
This guy's about to be a Grim Ranger.
You made what, sweetie? Oh, fantastic. Evan's making crepes. Perfect.
Ooh, that sounds delicious.
If he wasn't grim before, he's going to be grim when he's done with me.
Mm-hmm.
Hard to put one past this 7-year-old.
All right.
Better men have tried.
That's where this is going. Okay, great. I knew kind of like the moving parts, and I know what Griff wants. I didn't know necessarily what entry point you guys were going to find into that. So this is good. This is going to be interesting, and you've got some good impulses about him. You definitely you definitely like all that flim flam, that like whatever role he made to sort of get you to trust him, like that smile, like as soon as you were like you want to steal it, like you were just on the same page, instantly on the same page. So
But come on, we've lived life a little bit. We know not to trust men with cameras.
So true.
well, grown-ups in general are suspect, and the other thing is like, and this is something that's worth noting just in terms of lore. It's weird seeing a grown-up on a mothership by themselves, unescorted by jump rangers. It would be one thing.
Exactly.
It would be one
That's what
thing.
I was saying.
Yeah, like if they had built a colony on this mothership and were looking
That'd
out
be
for
one
each
thing,
other
yeah.
and kind of had a system down for managing the risks, that would be one thing.
That would be normal.
That
That
would
would
be
be
normal. Or if this Griff dude was here and rangers were helping him, that would be also normal. But to see someone soloing a mothership,
It didn't want to talk to us.
didn't want to
What?
talk to you.
Who wouldn't want to talk to us?
Exactly.
We're a
It's
freaking
almost like
delight.
it's
Well,
almost like he works for the dinosaurs.
putting aside the delight, who wouldn't want to talk to jump rangers?
Right. We're the coolest ones too.
Didn't even ask us about home or anything.
Nope, he did not. It's almost like
And
he
we
didn't
just
want to.
came from there.
Yeah.
Yep.
He didn't ask one thing about any
Some
colony.
helper. I'm just saying I'm a little suspicious, okay?
Yeah.
And I don't know how I'm going to turn this into authority roles, but I still want authority. So
Don't
it's
have
Okay.
to
taken
roll
in the chamber.
to understand that he's off kilter
Well, you're going to
from
have to
what
make some
information
authority
we know.
rolls. So if you're going to keep Griff under containment, if you're going to keep wraps on this dude,
Yeah, we're gonna
like
have to.
you're going to need to exercise some authority. So I think you're going to have the chance to get that.
I'll show him some authority.
I'm going to wait
With
till
the
everybody's
duct
sleeping
tape.
and I'm going to sit on his chest, poke him, and say, hey,
I'll show him authority with duct tape.
I'm watching you.
Oh,
You'd
Liz,
be nice to,
let,
you'd be
let,
nice
let's
to Bam Bam, but
let me log off the stream real quick. Thank you to everybody who's watching. This was a short one, but a good one. I think we all know where this is headed, and I'm looking forward to next week. So thank you. As if Looney just said, don't be a stranger, Ranger.